Alright, hey everybody, it's Skunk72, just doing a quick channel intro today. So first off, I do a little walk around on my bike on this hot, smoky, beautiful Southern California day. So here she is, 2009 Harley Davidson Fat Bob with a few modifications. I got single headlight that I actually bought it this way. I kind of like it better than the dual headlight look. Threw a Batwing fairing on there. We got the Vance and Hines short shots, the detachable sissy bar with a sundowner seat, which I don't like because it pushes me too far forward, but I'll deal with it for now. So anyway, we're gonna go for a little ride. Got my boy with me. He heard I was going for a ride, so he wanted to go. And I think I'll just talk about basically the people that got me interested in the moto-vlogging. Alright, so give me a second and we'll get rolling. So I think I'll also be filming in little clips here because I'm going to practice some editing. See how that works out. It's also pretty windy today, so I don't know if that's going to screw up my audio or not. But anyway, I'll start with the reason I got into moto-vlogging. Wanted to get myself a bike for a really long time, and being that I work in emergency medical services where we are grossly underpaid, and I got a wife and daughter with some pretty extensive medical problems that cost a lot of money, wasn't able to get a bike. So I've always liked the Fat Bob. What I ended up doing was I went on YouTube, and my first person that I ever followed was XXX Deadhead. Reason for that is because he did a test ride on a Fat Bob at one of the motorcycle shows, and that's the first thing that came up on my search. So I really enjoyed watching his review, and I ended up following him, and I started watching more and more of his stuff. Really enjoyed his vlogs. So it just kind of went from there. My second one that I started following ended up being Sean Smoke, and it was because of all the test rides that he did on different bikes. Started following him and really started enjoying his vlogs, so I just kept with it. More recently, oh god, what's his name? Tex Rider. I just started following him the other day. He seems to be a pretty cool guy. Autotech I recently started following. A lot of these guys, I just enjoy watching them ride, and you know, the whole thing watching Sean Smoke and XXX Deadhead was it made their point of view on their cameras made me feel like I was actually out riding when I didn't have a bike to ride. So that was how I got my fix. I felt like I was riding along with them. Another one of the guys I've started watching in the last few months, y'all are probably gonna laugh at me for this one, is Snowcat. Now, Snowcat, he's got some anger issues, but man, the guy cracks me up. I enjoy watching him. He's on two wheels, so I got respect for him. And even when he does show his anger issues, it's getting mad at people that deserve to be mad at. He's actually really cool when people drive properly and safely and do all the stuff that they should. So I enjoy watching him. You know, we don't ride the same kind of bike. I know he, seems to feel that Harley riders don't wave and are inconsiderate, but yeah, I ride a Harley and I'm not that way. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's the burning fire. Being that I work in emergency medical services, I was on duty for the last 48 hours before today, and yeah, that kind of made it busy. And actually it looks like the wind shifted, so the fire's coming back towards us again. Hopefully they got that thing out, because I think 19 homes were burned yesterday and at least one death. It's a shame. So as you can see, I don't have the beautiful areas to ride in like Sean and XXX have. Where me and my son are heading right now is to basically the only water that's anywhere near us, which would be Castaic Lake. That's all we got. Everything else for us just this dry ass brush. No fun to look at. I'm hearing sirens from somewhere, I can't find them. I'm gonna practice some editing, see if I can do it with like iMovie. So as I said, there are money issues, so I don't want to have to go buy some expensive editing software, so we'll see what I come up with. Keep in mind that this is my first try at this, so go easy on your comments. Definitely open to constructive criticism, but be nice to me. So on this street, it's I believe it's 55 miles an hour. Everybody likes to go 80 on this street. I don't like to go that fast. It's unsafe, and you know, doing the job that I do, I've actually seen a lot of accidents on this road that turned out pretty nasty. And yes, I'm in California. I can lane filter, but I try not to do that too much when I got one of my kids on the bike with me. And I'm getting way too hot, so let's open the shield. I hope that doesn't screw my audio up too much. As I said before, I typically ride with my shield open all the time, which is more comfortable for me. I actually usually wear a half helmet when it's this hot out, but since I wanted to vlog a little bit, I went with the full face because I don't really have a setup for my mic and everything for the half helmet. So I've been watching everybody lately, all the guys with Sean Smoke and Triple X. Oh, you know what, I forgot to mention Giant Midget Moto. I started following him recently too, and I really enjoy his videos. But anyway, they all did their nice cross-country trip recently. Autotech did his trip across Canada recently, and man, I'm jealous. I don't really have time or money to do stuff like that with my job and the hours that I work. It's definitely on the bucket list though. Gotta get a few things for the bike to get it travel ready. Actually, maybe we can get Autotech to talk about how he packed his bike, because he's got a Fat Bob also. He's got the newer one though, and I don't know how he was able to go cross country with that thing. I don't know how he packed up. I do have a sissy bar bag that I got from my pops. He doesn't use it anymore because he rides all touring bikes now. Love it, but I need to get a luggage rack on my sissy bar, otherwise it's going to scratch my fender all up, which I don't want. Then I also found a company that makes some really cool saddlebags. I think it's called Tsukayu. It doesn't require that I move my turn signals. It has cutouts where the turn signals go, so I'm looking at getting those hopefully at some point. Anyway, I'm going to shut off for now, and we'll fire back up when we get to the lake. Alright everybody, welcome back. I just wanted to turn it back on while we're approaching the lake. Again, the only water that we have around here. And judging by having to take my glove off to operate the phone app, I think I'm going to have to try and save some money up to invest in a little remote that I can put on the handlebars. Make life a lot easier. Also, the other thing I wanted to bring up is my refurbished GoPro that I've got going on here. I have found one issue with it, and I think they did not give me a new battery. So my battery will not charge all the way. I can't get it to go up to full bars. And then even I'll totally shut down, I'll put it away and come back to it a little bit later and the battery's dead. So if any of you all know some good aftermarket battery replacements, because I've been looking at a few on Amazon, that they come with a couple batteries, and they also come with like a dual charger, so I can keep a couple charged batteries with me at all times. That would be nice. If anybody has any experience with those, let me know. This right here, it's known as the Castaic Lagoon. when they let water out of the dam, it goes down into the lagoon. So down there you can do manual boating, small sailboats, you can do kayaks, float tubes. There's some trout down there, there's some largemouth bass, some bluegill. Up the upper lake you're allowed to have powered boats and jet skis and all that good stuff, and there's, you know, there's bass up there, there's catfish. Oh, there's catfish in the lagoon too. What's up here that they don't have in the lower lake is the striped bass, which I love. That's some good eating. And being that we are, I think the cutoff line is Kern County. So once you get south of Kern County, there is no size limit on striped bass, and there's a limit of 10. If you go up to Kern County area, I believe it's 18 inches and you can only keep 2. So a while back when I had my appendix out, an old neighbor who turned out to be probably the best friend I've ever had, he was big into fishing at the time, so when I was starting to feel better, Doc wouldn't let me go back to work because of my physical job. He didn't want me tearing anything. So I ended up getting really deep into fishing. And now that same friend, he went and got a Harley about a year before I got mine. So now, just instead of fishing, we go riding together. So that works out pretty good. Strange how just moving into a place, you know, like a little rat hole of an apartment, living there for a couple of years, you end up with the best friend you could ever find. In my eyes, that guy's a brother. Yeah, my dad actually calls him his other son. So there's a little turnout up here where we can overlook the lake. That's where we're going to go to. A lot of people up here today. I don't know if the fire airplanes have been scooping here or not. But there it is, the only water within 50 miles of us. It's still actually back up a little bit. That sandbar's completely gone.
Yeah.
So the non-existent El Nino did something for us. Alright, well, I'll turn back on for the ride home. Alright, so we're not going to stay very long. I just received word that the fire's coming back our way. And the smoke got pretty nasty yesterday, so we're going to get home, put the bike away so we're not out in the ash storm and the nasty smoke. Now, I saw when I took my helmet off that my battery is near dead. So, like I said, this battery that they gave me when I got my refurbished camera does not hold a charge very well. So, I'll keep it on. I may end up losing you somewhere during the ride home, but that's alright. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll see what I decide to edit out if I can figure out how to do it, because pretty sure I've ran out of things that I wanted to talk about already. Well, you know what, there was one thing I did think of. There was a guy I used to follow on YouTube. He lived in Utah, started out on a Yamaha Star Bolt. He ended up getting rid of that, selling it to his buddy, and he bought a Harley Davidson Street Bob. He was another one that I really enjoyed watching his vlogs, but I guess he ran into some online assholes and just decided he didn't want to do it anymore. Which is a shame. He seemed like a really good dude and I enjoyed watching his vlogs. But anyway, I don't know if maybe he came back under a different name, which, you know, if he did, I'm not going to mention it on my thing, because obviously he's trying to stay away from certain people. But he lived in Utah and he went on the Zion trip with the Sean Smoke Triple X Deadhead group. since the wind shifted, I can feel it getting a lot hotter right now. So let's send out some prayers for my buddies that are up there fighting the fire right now, and then some prayers that no more houses get lost and nobody else has to get hurt. If I leave any of my non-talking segments in, I'll apologize if that bothers anybody. Yeah, like I said, I don't have any editing software. I'm just gonna work with what I have and figure out if I can edit pieces out or not. So this may go up totally raw, and hopefully I'll be able to figure out how to put it all back together. Actually, I probably should be able to do that in iMovie. Right, because I did several different little clips. I'm gonna put them all together, see how that works out. Probably spend the rest of the night trying to download or render everything to YouTube. Oh, gravel. Actually, I wonder if that was my buddy that just drove by. It looked like a Suzuki V-Strom. Buddy from work. We went to the motorcycle safety course together. I know he just moved out to this area. I'm just not sure exactly where. But that might have been him. It looked like it might have been his bike. Turned you all off earlier before I got on the freeway. We're going to do a little segment on the freeway. I want to see how well my mic works up at freeway speed. I do always usually keep my visor closed on the freeway because my batwing fairing seems to send the dirty buffeting right at eye level, so it kind of tries to shake my eyeballs out when I'm at freeway speed. My son just told me that my exhaust set off a car alarm. That does not break my heart. So at one point, this area that I live in, it would have had a lot of good riding area, but they've really overpopulated it. Now it's a bunch of traffic and traffic signals everywhere. Yeah, I don't know how that will come out in the frame, but you can see the smoke coming up there from the fire. And it looks to be blowing right back towards my house again. I'm not in a danger area where my house is going to get burned. It's just we'll get attacked by the smoke. So it looks like it's going to be one of those, leave the air conditioner running all night and deal with the electric bill later, so the house doesn't get full of smoke. I went ahead while I was at work the other day. I ran by Walmart and bought the helmet mount setup for my camera, so now I was able to adjust the angle and get my camera pointed just a little bit higher. So hoping you can hear me with the freeway noise. I think this section of freeway has been repaved in about 20 years. end up losing you because my battery died, please comment, like, subscribe if you want to. That would be cool. I'd like to get some subscribers. I don't know, I'm doing an okay job at this. Not just annoying the piss out of everybody. Ugly over there. Actually, that probably won't come out on camera, but I can actually see the flames coming over top of the hill. And it's in an area that has not burned in a long time. So it's got potential to be really, really bad. About getting a bike for probably 20 years or so. I have to say it's everything I hoped it would be. If I'm having a rough time, just a few hours on the road, man, that could just change my outlook on everything. Get out on the road, feel the wind, and it just seems like all the problems go away. Yeah, they're still there once I get home, but I kind of have a different outlook on them. I'm able to face them a little better. I think I need to invest in some Cenas too, because my son keeps trying to talk to me and I can't hear a damn thing he's saying. So that'll be on the list of the whenever I can afford it type of thing. So those damn dual packs are like $500. Definitely think first I'm going to want to get a remote for my GoPro. Yeah, a remote and a battery. Which hopefully one of those $25 ones that comes with the charger and the dual batteries will work. my goodbyes now. Go ahead and shut you all off. Everybody out there, if you're on two wheels, stay safe. If you're not, and you're actually watching this and using it for getting your fix like I used to, I'm glad I could help. You'll have a good day and stay safe. Yeah, I know I said my goodbyes already, but I wanted to come back real quick as we're getting closer to where the fire is. See if I can get you a decent view of that. It really flared up since we left. There's a view of it. Holy crap. Shit, I think it's working its way towards some more homes. That fucking sucks. So anyway, that's all I wanted to do is show you the fire.